Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. I'm Kwame, and I help you take better pictures and videos using your phone, camera, or a tablet. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Well, I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm taking you out with me as I photograph my local park here. Just kind of help you see what I see when I'm taking pictures and the way I kind of process them. I'll be using my phone to take the picture. Everything you see will be shot on the phone today. So hopefully you'll learn something and enjoy the ride. All right, let's go. So for my setup today, I have my iPhone and a small Gorilla Pod tripod. What's really cool about these are that they can wrap around anything, as you'll see later on. So you can attach them anywhere. You know, they're pretty stable. There are some that have magnets in the bottom of their feet, so that way you can actually stick them on different objects. But I like this one. Helps me. You know, if I want to get low, I can set it on the ground like this, or I can put it up high. Or if I'm taking video, it's nice to hold in one hand while you walk around. So we're out here in the middle of the neighborhood, so you can see like there's cars and everything over on that side. And I'm going to show you how I would shoot panoramic of something like this. So what I like to do is, you can see my grid on the screen here. I try to keep the horizon line right here. I like to keep it in the middle if I'm going to do a panoramic. You know, so the rule of third is I have two. You know, I have my foreground, middle ground, and then the sky. And I like to keep the foreground and middle ground in these this sector right here. So again, I would start. You know, I like to look here and start first picture, scoot over a little bit, two, take a second picture, and then start here and go three. So then that would give me a nice panoramic of three shots. Looking here, we'll keep. All right, so here's another really cool picture. So you can see there are this tree line right here with this little shack, which is actually a porta potty, and the path that goes along. So the way I would take a picture like this is, again, using a panoramic, because it's a little bit too wide to take in one shot. So I would actually probably walk over here a little bit, because I like the way that these shadows from the tree behind us are coming in, along with these trees and the path. So I would start again. Several ways you could do it. You can either start in the middle and then work your way out, or start from the side. So for this one, I'm going to start in the side. I'm going to go first shot, move a little bit, second shot, move a little bit, third shot, and then maybe just for safe measure, take a fourth picture. When I'm moving, I want to at least keep 20% overlap from picture to picture. That's why it's nice to have the grid lines up, so you can kind of see, you know, first you can go and say, okay, this is second, and you can still keep this part of your picture from your last shot. It's just a nice way to make sure that you're getting good coverage with your panoramics. Alright, so this is a really cool area, and it's really cool right now because typically there is no water in here. So of course I want to take a picture of this. Now, one thing with mobile photography that you have to realize is that it's a really wide angle lens. It's like most cameras are like 28 millimeters focal length, and so our eyes are a 50 millimeter focal length. So we actually see more of a narrow view if we're looking straight at a scene than our camera. So when you're looking at a picture, you kind of have to keep that in mind. So for this one, I kind of want to frame it with the path here leading off into the pond. So I kind of want to put it something like this, and using the rule of thirds, which I'll go into more detail in a later video. You know, I want to keep most of my picture in this lower part of the frame. So I have my sky up here and then my subject down here, but I'm leading the viewer out to where I want them to go. So I'll probably frame it up something like this, take a picture, and then I'll also move around a little bit. You know, a nice part with these is you can get up high, take a picture, or you could walk out here and see if you can get something else. Let's see, I'll probably, this is a pretty cool angle. Leading, again, using the bridge here to lead the viewer out to what I want them to see. Try this one here, and I might even try a panoramic too. So we'll start, I'll probably do something like this, because again, it's a little bit too wide for just a one single picture. So we'll start here and go, actually I'll do this, take a picture down there. That lets me know I'm starting my panoramic. So I'll start, go 1, turn, 2, turn, 3. And when I'm turning it, I'm trying to keep this horizon as straight as possible. That's why I like using the grid line, so I can keep it on that same grid line all the way through. All right, we'll keep going and see what else we find. Okay, so this is a really good example of something I've been wanting to talk about for a little while now. So my eyes can see that there is a mountain right here, and it's a lot closer when I look at it than it is on screen. And so typically what people like to do is try to zoom in doing the 2-finger pinch on their camera. I would suggest not doing that, just because when you're doing that, you're doing a digital zoom and you're really ruining your picture. So if you really want to ruin your picture from the get-go, zoom in with using the pinch, as I like to call it. Instead, I would take the picture normally, like without zooming in, and then cropping it down later. You're keeping as much detail as you can from the original picture, and you can still, it's kind of like zooming in, so you still get a little bit closer. But this is the difference between a traditional camera and the cell phones, is that they're a fixed lens. And so when you zoom with your, doing the pinch, you're really just zooming in with your, you're doing a digital zoom, and it's gonna, like I said before, ruin the picture. A traditional camera, you can actually zoom in optically and get that picture a little bit more. The one thing I do like about this scene right now is that the sun is behind me, so all the shadows are opening up here, and we're getting a really nice reflection off of the water from the tree line and then the water. And so if this is a picture I was going to take, I would probably look at it from, let's see, walk over this direction and shoot it something like this. I don't want to see, so you have to be careful, because you can see like my shadow is right down there. I don't want my shadow in it, so I'd probably get down, and you can even, so I'm shooting this on this boardwalk here, so you could actually do something like this also, where you put your camera lens through the gate. So I did something like this and try to see how far I could angle up. So that's a pretty interesting shot. So take that picture, and then to focus on where I want the picture taken, you just touch the screen and your camera should try to focus there. But I'll also take one up here just in case I don't like the one down there. Again, trying to use the rule of third, because if I had clouds in the sky, I would probably want to get a little bit more clouds, more of the sky. But because there isn't really any cloud in the sky, I'm going to try to go for more of the foreground here, where you see some of the reeds, just to help tell the full story of this scene. So we'll go there, we'll focus right there, and then we'll take the picture. another picture. So yeah, so that's how I would take that one. There really isn't much else right now I would take. Um, I'll come back. I will be doing some more. I heard something over on this side. I'll be doing some more videos like this, where I'll have some different accessories that I use to help, like telephoto wise, or even a more wide angle lens. So we'll get more in depth there. But this is how I would, if I'm walking around like I am this morning, this is how I would take some of these pictures. Hopefully you like this, and I will probably try to do more of these type of point of view videos. All right, talk to you later. Kwame.